What's going on, Law Fam? Late man, it's your favorite too, man.
Hey, man, it's the real Law Twin.
You did.
Yeah,
Hey, man, listen.
Hey, man. Candy, man.
We coming to y'all with a video that's hot off the press, bruh.
Yeah, man.
They said how Drake just tried to sabotage Kendrick Lamar's tour.
His tour?
And failed.
Oh, and he failed.
And failed.
And failed is crazy.
So I really don't know what to expect from this video or where he going with it, but we gonna hop right into it. Shout out to Fanatics Hip Hop. I think that's who posted it. But yeah, man, let's get to the video, man. See what's going on.
Shout out everybody watching the video, man. It's
No
Vidmas.
Twin
still
dropping,
going on,
we
man.
dropping.
For the rest of the year, man.
Come on, man.
Let's get
now,
into this
despite
video.
everything else going on in the music industry right now, Kendrick Lamar and everyone who is behind him are not stopping the run they are on, and really in every single way possible. From Kendrick Lamar's GNX album posting one of the top 3 highest second-week sales figures of this decade, to Kendrick still having 3 top 10 hits on the
Wait, hold on, I didn't see them stats.
Kendrick still having 3 top 10 hits on the charts, despite its second-week sales.
Oh, you went crazy. GNX 161 units.
Yeah, you going crazy.
Well, activity album, but yeah, he behind Taylor Swift. All right.
Sales figures of this decade, to Kendrick still having 3 top 10 hits on the charts, despite it being the time of the year where holiday music tends to dominate all the airwaves, to even other artists around Kendrick like SZA now getting ready to release her long-awaited deluxe album to her record SOS titled Lana, which is now officially on the way. All in all, in this time where the rest of the music industry is going away for the rest of the year, Kendrick Lamar, PG Lang, and Top Dawg Entertainment are all getting ready to give us what may become the most dominant single-year stretch in hip-hop we ever see from an entire crew and wave. And right now, from what we can definitively see, all of this hype for 2025 is culminating in Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Grand National Stadium Tour. And now with all the anticipation and buzz this series,
that shit is gonna be insane. If
you
that's ever seen a SZA show by itself,
I'm saying when they come to Atlanta, SZA, Kendrick,
I feel like it's sold out already too.
That's what I'm saying.
Do the right thing, Spikey. We need to be there.
We need them Atlanta, that Atlanta show. We need in.
We need to be there. We don't have a label to reach out to y'all. It's just us.
It's just us.
What Yachty say? It's us.
Come on, I know y'all people. I know some of y'all people watching this video right now.
Come on, man.
The Law Twins need to be at the Atlanta show. Make it happen.
That SZA performed by herself is crazy. Kendrick shows be crazy. You merging that? Yeah, that's OD. Man.
Series of performances are already seeing. Kendrick and SZA hitting the road to take hip-hop and R&B into some of the biggest venues in the world is looking like it's gonna end up breaking so many different touring records. And now as all of the anticipation and buzz is increasing for this concert by the second, and as a result, Kendrick and SZA even rolled out more shows in both Kendrick's home city of LA and SoFi Stadium. Which seriously, when it comes to that city itself, if you thought the pop-out was legendary, them at SoFi is going to be 100 times crazier. And also they rolled out an additional show in none other than Toronto, Canada in the Rogers Center. And so with this, both in the region...
And did you know that was around Father's Day?
Oh yeah?
That show? Yeah, but they calling it Father's Week now. They said us as men, we need to step up as fathers and take our week. It's a week now. Yeah. So remember that. If you got a kid, it's Father's Week.
So that's a Father's Day show?
During Father's Week.
Yeah, so that's the time where you get to spend time.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the city, but you back home with your child.
All right.
Kendrick is from and in the place where his biggest rivals reside. He has been showing that he is commanding a level of popularity that no other rapper can right now, and because of this hype, and also the narrative in general that Kendrick Lamar's success has even made him the king of Toronto and Canada over Drake, as he is now not just playing in a venue that Drake has never been in, but at that one that is way bigger than anything he has ever performed in his hometown.
Do y'all see that? That's where he holding the concert. This is about to be when Kevin Hart broke the stand-up record. It's going to look like that.
Oh, that's where he doing it at?
Not the same place. Kevin Hart was in Philadelphia.
This is going to be in Toronto.
This is in Toronto's at the baseball stadium.
Wow. Oh, that one that private date was at?
Nope. That wasn't big enough.
It wasn't that one? It wasn't where that thing...
No, that wasn't big enough.
What them things called in the air?
That wasn't big enough. The blimp had caught Drake on his date. With, who mama was that?
Oh.
Amari Bailey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was on that field.
Get the fuck out my vibe. It is really fallback season for a lot of artists. I'm not going to lie. So, stuff like this, you just have to... You know what I mean? It's like when Curry was dumb hot at one point. Like, just dumb hot. It's like, it's fallback season. You can't do shit with this. Now, you can drop your music and shit. It's not going to hinder your music. But trying to be the best rapper alive right now.
I remember, like, when Drake
and
Meek had their thing, and then he had the Philly show.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake came.
Oh, when they did that.
They had the thing. It's like, just because you think that just because it's a lot of people in your town who love me.
But you think because you hate
it's
me.
like when Gunna did the Garden. When he went to New York and they were like, oh, I don't think Gunna could and the whole New York.
So check this out. Think about the diss tracks. Think about the diss tracks. When they was dissing back and forth, the numbers look very, very even.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the same thing. Why would you think I can't sell out where you are? You can sell out where you are still after I sell out. It's just going to be some different people. Some people going to go to both.
It's the whole thing with him coming.
And
that's why I said the story.
From Kendrick, I'm going to be there.
We ain't even got to that yet. Mm-hmm. Really, like, the Sabotage. Like, let's
we're going to see what they talking about.
Town as well. All together, with Kendrick now coming back into Drake's home city, and after a time where Drake banned other people from Kendrick's camp of playing, now he's about to have the biggest show any rapper ever has there. Things are starting to look worse than ever for Drake and OVO, because beyond any claims of artificial numbers or fake hype and demand, there is now nearly 100,000 tickets that are going to be sold in his own city of people who are all going to watch the man who has destroyed his career perform. And now, because of this pressure and just general humiliation Drake has been feeling, as now he really has nowhere left to run, Drake has already started doing the one thing he can in this time, which is to troll and try to just be straight out petty, because while Drake will never get in the booth and go head to head with Kendrick Lamar in terms of releasing diss tracks again, as we have all seen, Drake is still going to try to be petty and take down Kendrick Lamar any way he can behind the scenes.
Here's how the average man's life would change.
So this ad is stopped at the perfect time, man.
Straight. Day one.
I just want y'all to think, how many more songs do y'all really think Kendrick had, bro, that we didn't get to hear? Diss records, man, that will never see the light of day. This is a perfect time to be a part of PG Lang, because you was sitting back listening to the ammo that was about to come out. But I think it's going to get redistributed. I think he going to take subtle good shit from certain shit and put it in tracks.
Well, that's what he already did.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
He's been doing it. So it's like, it's not going to go to waste.
Like, damn.
But it's still in the kennel. It's still in the vault.
Damn.
I'm glad it didn't come out, because it'd probably be...
It'd be overkill.
20 more lawsuits.
It'd be overkill. We'd be looking at lawyer heavy.
Yeah, it'd be all bad.
It'd be goddamn.
So it's like, I'm glad.
Alpha Davis.
That's what that's the whole point in general. We trying to get it to a point where it's over.
Yeah.
But like that.
But the pettiness
but it's
will
so
always
intertwined
exist.
now that it's like, anything that Kendrick do, if he go walk down the street, if the street say the 6.
Yeah, he gonna laugh.
He walking down it because Drake.
Yeah,
he's so attached to him so much that anything Drake do too.
That's fine.
Like if Drake drop an album, people gonna be in there trying to depict and see if he's talking about Kendrick.
Jay-Z will never escape Nas. Nas will never escape Jay-Z. 50 Cent will never escape Ja Rule. Ja Rule will never escape 50 Cent. And Benzino, I don't know why you beefed with Eminem.
Really, just as we saw Drake accuse Kendrick and his label in the most pathetic way possible over the hype and success of Not Like Us right when GNX released, which when it comes to the timing of that was definitely to try and hinder the success of that record, as we now enter a year that is really gearing up to be even bigger for Kendrick Lamar, TDE, the West Coast, and every single person around him. Because of all this hype, get ready for Drake to go even beyond the most petty lines he has crossed already, and just straight out do the most pathetic things we have ever seen from a rapper, even for his standards already. But now, before we even get to here, right now, just with all of the build-up and success that Kendrick and TDE are seeing right now, Drake has already tried to sabotage this historic moment that is gonna go down as Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour. Now, before we get into what this latest moment in the catastrophe that is Drake's career right now is, be sure to leave a...
So the car GNX was called, it's a Grand National. All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational. Give them what they asked for. Now he's going on a Grand National Tour. Yeah. This nigga is so calculated. I would never beef with you on wax, Kendrick. We would have to squabble up. That's it. I would be like, hey, I don't like you, bro. Can we just run a fade? Just me and you. I don't want no gang ties involved. Just me and you. I'm never getting no wax. That's what people learn is that you got it.
When you 10 steps ahead of way too calculated.
Why calculate? You're not as calculated. I can even predict your angles. That's scary.
When the niggas
when it coming to fruition.
And then I like how it's all set up perfectly.
Yeah,
like I said, the tour got the name, but that's.
And I'm pretty calculated myself.
And then
for those of you,
it's just like man, it's undeniably. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that can stop this. That's what I'm just gonna say now. Nothing can stop this. Every ticket is gonna sell. I promise you.
Every time.
Every single.
Like
every
and
ticket.
subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now with what Drake has been trying to do to seemingly take down the absolute milestone that is Kendrick Lamar playing in the biggest venues on the entire continent, is first off, and most importantly when it comes to having any sort of future for his career, is to try and step on Kendrick Lamar taking control of Toronto with his 2 shows at the Rogers Center. And now what Drake is doing here, instead of trying to win back his city by once again tapping in with their local scene and becoming an active participant within their culture, which just as we have seen Kendrick Lamar lean into has been one of the most successful ventures we have seen any rapper pull off recently.
Facts.
And even beyond the local scene, just coming outside in this time where his reputation is in the mud and trying to win people back over by reminding everyone of a time where he was once liked. Instead of any of this, Drake is seemingly sitting back right now and plotting on how to counter whatever Kendrick Lamar is doing with an antic that won't put him in any direct confrontation with him, but at the bottom line will try to take away the spotlight from Kendrick with Drake's own actions. And now already, before we can even get into Kendrick's tour, with Lamar's first major appearance at a stadium event this year being none other than the Super Bowl. Already with this moment, we have seen Drake hint so many different times that he is going to try and ruin the big game, which he has posted both cryptically about when he has shown off pictures of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises in the iconic scene where he marches into a football field, and beyond whatever strange plans Drake has in his head. He also announced an entire world tour which starts on the same day as Kendrick will be playing at the biggest show in music. And now based on the way Drake has already tried to take down GNX and redirect headlines his way by just doing one of the wildest things we have ever seen a rapper do following a rap beef, while you can almost 100% say that even Drake in his prime could not create a bigger moment than Kendrick Lamar playing at the Super Bowl. Despite this, with Drake hitting the road for the first time since the beef.
Another good pause. Y'all say get rid of the ads. The ads helping me.
We are definitely...
My thing is this. What are you performing on that tour, Drake?
That's what, hey, you just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, if he start the tour, the first day that Kendrick...
If you play for all the dogs, like, I swear to God.
What are you going to do?
I know that'll work overseas, which that's where you going to be.
Okay.
But for all the dogs,
so
it's a world tour.
Oh, he on the world tour. Not the girl tour.
He won't be performing in the States.
He on the world tour.
He outside. I think it's Australia or something. He ain't been to Australia
that's good.
in a minute.
And he won't have to see it.
Exactly. And that's cool. But I'm saying, what are you going to give them people?
Yeah.
Like, can we get a body of music?
That's why I said that.
Because you can't perform the diss tracks.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. Like,
put some music out, gang.
That's my whole thing.
No face. Need more songs with it.
Yeah.
No cap. It's real shit.
I think that's what he should do.
God.
The whole clip and Kendrick thing, like I said, it's not going.
Oh yeah, don't worry about Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick
is his own entity.
And like I said, yeah,
that's dark matter right there.
He
stop
already
dealing with dark matter.
It's too late.
Something major happened on his end, and if he was talking about Kendrick Lamar and everything he did to him on streams and on random posts, he is definitely going to try to sneak diss Kendrick from the other side of the world, all while Kendrick Lamar is having the biggest night of his career. And so now from this and fast forwarding to the shows at the Rogers Center, what the rumor right now going around is that Drake is going to be pulling a 50 Cent and is going to buy out all the floor seats for this show for Kendrick, so then the concert is seemingly empty.
You about to waste $300, $400, $500,000 trying to get that first row? And if that first row get bought out, they ain't going to be shit but a little belt. Around
the
a
first
big ass
row
situation.
Is already gone.
Stop it, bro.
It's gone already.
Stop it.
If you ain't bought it already.
Gang, I'm going to tell you, they're going to be so calculated, you will never ja rule them. I'm telling you now. They're going to be so calculated that if they see all them purchases coming from the same person, guess what's going to happen? They're going to tell everybody move forward. And it's already going to be people outside the stadium like this.
But this is not even that type of party.
It's just not. It's not
that.
Buy them rolls if you want to. That's dumb.
Could have bought. He could buy. 50 Cent could buy those rolls. No disrespect to Ja Rule. I fuck with Ja Rule, but he could do that.
Them tickets hit different.
You ain't buy them if you.
I know you rich, but that's a waste of money.
Why would you waste your money like that? Like you just wasting money because they gonna get filled regardless.
Because if I'm your family member and you buy them rolls and I'm struggling.
And then if you decide that day you gonna wear an owl on your shirt, you just gonna look crazy in there. Cause that's gonna be rocking. They gonna be bam, bam, bam,
OV ho,
all in your face.
You don't want to hear that.
You gonna have all the front row seats.
Don't send the mercenaries to this.
You gonna buy that shit out. That shit gonna be, and then it's gonna be so many. If you decide to not go and buy them out and not come, people gonna fill them bitches in anyway.
Come on, you think we finna stand back and watch the? We
just
ain't respecting no
code.
code.
Get to jumping over stuff.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Don't keep your money in the bank account. Don't do that. Don't take that.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Ain't nothing but a motherfucker. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy.
And no one goes, which will make Kendrick look like this big failure. And now when you consider the types of games Drake plays and how much he looks up and still talks to 50 Cent, well, there is no actual strong confirmation that he is going to be doing this, as Drake does not have the leverage to shut down this stadium and not have Kendrick perform, as he is not on good terms with the owners of the Rogers Center or the organizations that run the team that plays there in the blue
Too much involved.
Like he is with the Raptors, for example. We are not going to see a repeat of what happened to somebody like Schoolboy Q or Sir when they came to Drake City. And so knowing this, the only way Drake can really come at Kendrick would be to do something like buying out all the concert tickets. Because even if Drake decided to do something like holding his own concert on the same night, even if he sold out the next biggest venue, it would still be less than half of what Kendrick is doing. And so now with Kendrick's actual show at the Rogers Center, with all this context and based on the way the seating charts have been getting filled out so far, some people think Drake is actually trying to do what 50 did, but really when you look at Drake's goal and then see that with a show on the scale of this, and also with the demand and where the cost of a single ticket is at, unlike what 50 did with Ja Rule, for example, the only reason what 50
said it was a good deal
in the first place was because the tickets for Ja were marked down so much that he was not going to get anything from the show.
It was not the same
Meaning that
thing,
if Drake got these tickets, all he would be doing is making Kendrick Lamar's pockets bigger, which would just be helping him get yet another win, as even when Drake is trying to go against Kendrick and humiliate him, he would still actually be helping him win in a way regardless. And so now with the place where we are at, where Kendrick Lamar has this entire tour and Drake is seemingly scrambling to try and find a way to get him from not being able to play a show that will forever tarnish the relationship Drake has with his city, as it will solidify that over everything Drake has said, that people in masses still want to go and support the guy who has ruined his career. And because of this,
that's why I said what I said from the beginning. I said the only thing I believe Drake should do is put out music, because nothing that he do, anything he do is gonna just continue to help whatever Kendrick is doing.
It started with music, ended with music, bro.
It's right. It's nothing you can do. Ain't no
leave
winning.
The trolling to the YouTubers,
because you're gonna make him win.
Leave the trolling to the comment section and the YouTubers. Just make music.
In Toronto,
I made music, they'd say stick the videos.
You know,
like, you know what I mean? Like, just
hit that one too. Got my passport.
We can go to Toronto. We can go over there and see
what they did.
What's going on?
See if the bleachers.
It might be a silent night.
It might be. We might have to come to Toronto and turn up.
Hey, sweet. But we got about a year to think about this. This tour is so backdated. I don't think y'all understand the calculation that's gonna go into this shit. Yeah. June.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. So much.
June?
You know, by then. But
come on now. We might get another album.
Facts.
From everybody.
What Drake is going to have to realize sooner rather than later is that no matter at this point what tricks he pulls out and how he tries to put things back in his favor, Kendrick Lamar has really become just too big to be stopped, because with the success of GNX, which in terms of mainstream albums' pure streaming numbers, is the biggest rap album the industry has gotten in multiple years at this point in terms of the efficiency and impact it's having on the charts, which is why Kendrick has now overtaken Drake's monthly listener count, and GNX is on pace to have some of the best second and third week numbers we have seen in quite some time for an album in this quick consumption era as well.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app, and
all in all,
I can't lie, he is whooping this nigga ass everywhere. This shit is insane. You got it. You gotta get our head make a soft ass.
And then, like I said, like if you the arguably the best artist in the game, if somebody dethrone you, they get what you got.
Yeah, we need
so
that.
It's like if I come and they like, ain't no way this Drake, and you make Not Like Us and a bunch of other countless songs that's just fire, then you drop a thing and that is on fire too, it's cap. It's done.
I'm gonna show them how to do it.
It's just, you gotta step back. You gotta let a young nigga shine. Sit your old head.
Told you it's fallback season.
All between things like this to just Kendrick having such a greater vision for everything happening right now, which has made his movement bigger than just a single artist, because from the producers and rappers featured on his own album, to other people like Baby Keem, to all of Top Dawg Entertainment, and at the center of the plan right now is SZA, who is joining him on tour and has more music on the way herself, and even someone like Doechii, who is rumored to become the opener for this series.
I'll rock with her.
And this would just be a perfect fit, as she really embodies so much of what has made both Kendrick as a rapper beloved and SZA as a singer. And with the way right now we are watching Doechii rise into genuine stardom, and also with the expectation that her debut album is going to be coming out in 2025 as well, and from people who have heard it, they are saying that it's genre changing. At this point, Kendrick Lamar has a group of some of the best creatives in the music industry, more united than any crew has been in a long time. And for Drake, his own city is turning on him. So really, the lesson to learn from with all of this here is that Kendrick has organically created an entire machine that he is steering. And unless something unprecedented happens, will ensure that every single moment he wants to create in the near future seemingly happens on his terms and no one else's. Even with Drake's own city, there is no changing the reality of this situation for what is about to just be another year of humiliation and embarrassment for him, and especially in this time where Drake is resulting to petty antics and just trying to plot on how to rewrite history, instead of just doing whatever he can to make the future of what's to come just actually better off for him. With the downfall we have seen from Drake, and with all of the hype around Kendrick and his camp, which is about to give us at the very least what we 100% know for sure, what is going to end up going down is not just the most successful tour in hip-hop history based on its projections, but really one of the most iconic as well, as this will serve as the grand victory lap to arguably the greatest run we have ever seen from a single rapper. All in all, really with Kendrick, SZA, Doechii, and all of the hype going around the entire camp that surrounds Lamar, at this point it's more clear than ever. What we are about to witness are a lot more moments of what is hip-hop at its very finest. So now with all of this said, let me know, what do you think about Drake wanting to sabotage Kendrick Lamar's upcoming tour plans to dominate 2025, and do you think that at this point, Kendrick has just become too powerful with all of the hype around not just him but his entire camp to stop whatever they have planned one bit? Or do you think Drake has something up his sleeve that will make him be able to ruin all of this? Now I can't wait to hear your thoughts on everything this moment is telling us, because with all the artists that this movement is showing, it's going to end up bringing to new heights. We are really seeing the shift in hip-hop that we have been talking about for months coming to fruition stronger than we ever have. And so now if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how alongside Drake just failing to take down Kendrick yet again, Drake is also failing to stay on good terms with DJ Academics, which is exposing both of them more than we have ever seen. Check out the suggested video.
I think we done made it. We done made it there, y'all.
Whole nother. I would say, in conclusion, I would say, Drake, I don't believe this to be the downfall of Drake or none of that. I think what happened is, what we basically witnessed was a relaxed, not so hungry Drake. Like when somebody's sitting there like a Kendrick Lamar and they know they're great, they know they've been there, they know what they numbers, they know how they pull and stuff like that, and they don't really have a hunger for it. If they want your plate, they gonna calculate like crazy. And you not as calculated, you not as hungry, you was relaxed in the game, you wasn't trying to experiment with new flows or none of that. Like you was comfortable with what you was doing because it was working. And once you got attacked, you had to scramble back and try to put something together. And it wasn't foolproof because that wolf that's sitting there hungry, been on that, been had the thoughts, and you just got took out by that. So I don't think we see
I look at it like this. Off. This is how I look at it. I always look at it. I always look at it in a super real genius type way. My take always be genius. Like, okay, UMG. This might be some big old UMG plot that just keep. The more Drake do it, he give Kendrick energy, which bring money to the label, and then by the time Drake ready to roll out, his project will do good, and they all just wash.
Everybody gonna win at the end of the day. They just working.
Yeah, so it's kind of like like politics. It's like it's like the same.
And I always say,
okay, if they do it, they hand to hand.
To piggyback that,
this might all be this big plan.
To piggyback that. I always say,
we love hip hop.
Just to piggyback that, I always say, it don't matter if somebody is making more money than you. If you working, you getting paid.
Yeah,
So whatever your part of the plan in life is, or whatever role you play in life, keep working. You will get what you work for.
Yep.
So keep going. It don't matter. It really don't. Because you're gonna get what you get.
Mike Tyson got beat up by an influencer, and he got 20 million.
Come on now.
All right, y'all, man.
That sound like the end.
Let's
y'all enjoy y'all day, man.
Y'all like, subscribe, man.
Tomorrow.
It's the Real All Twins, man. Fitness, man.
Tomorrow.
We on that, man. We on it.
Yeah.